Hey guys, BrickWizard59 here, and today I thought I'd just talk to you about one of the newest 2016 summer LEGO Star Wars sets, which is the Clone Turbo Tank. Now, this set was released a few days ago. Many people actually haven't officially been able to get their hands on it, but of course, there have been reviews put out of this set by mainly people like the Brick Show, and so I had a good look at the set. Now, I do not have it with me at hand, but I'm still going to do this analysis video. I have actually seen the review of the set, had a good look at it, and I've decided I'm not going to purchase this set, as I do already have the 2005 and 2010 Clone Turbo Tank versions, and I'm not a huge fan of this model. But looking through the comments, this model definitely received quite a bit of negative feedback, especially like seeing in the comments and all. And so I thought I'd just talk about it with you guys. What do you guys think about this new set? So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. All right, so here's a better look at the vehicle as a whole. These pictures are from Flickr and Google Images. I'll have links to where I got them from in the description below. But basically, here's just a look at the model, and this brings me to the first point that many folks aren't really happy about, and that is the size, as this turbo tank is actually smaller than both of the previous clone turbo tanks, yet the price is in the middle, you could say. And I'll get into pricing wise in just a sec, as I did actually find a cool little comparison to do it with. But just looking at the vehicle as a whole in terms of the exterior, it definitely looks very good. I do love some of the details they have on the exterior armor. But of course, the size is definitely what is drawing many folks back. I love how you can, of course, fit the walker. That definitely is a great feature. It was included in the last turbo tank as well. I love the use of the spring-loaded shooters. Then, especially on the top, I like the nice cannon, the machine gun, and of course, they finally brought back that little command center post, the Raising Command Center, which I really love. That was a great vehicle or a great feature in the 2005 one. And actually, this is actually a lot more accurate to the actual turbo tank in terms of Star Wars. Now, in terms of the price, I was actually able to find this cool comparison, and that is with the Trade Federation MTT. Now, the 2014 one had a lot of negative feedback, and right now it looks like the 2016 Clone Turbo Tank is also having some negative feedback. So I ended up doing this comparison. So you could see the 2005 Turbo Tank $90, 2010 $120, 2016 $110. And basically, in terms of size, the 2016 one is the smallest. Then the 2005 one is bigger, even though it is cheaper. And the 2010 is the biggest and also the bit more expensive. On the other side, the turbo tanks, same kind of deal, with the middle one being the most, 2014, which is the newest one, being the cheapest, and size, once again, the 2014 one is the smallest. So, I don't know, is this a bit of a trend as LEGO is starting to make their newest models smaller than the last? So, pretty much it looks like here that LEGO is taking a bit of a step down in terms of their new versions of the models, yet keeping that price higher than previous versions, even if the previous version was bigger. So that's definitely a big question, and some people have started to see that, which is definitely making them upset. But I thought that was kind of a cool thing to show you. Just want to let you know kind of what direction LEGO is kind of going in right now, and let's hope definitely that they can improve. So that's one thing I'm not too happy about. But again, looking at the set, you get some great minifigures. Those I definitely love. Luminara has some great detail. Same with Quinlan Voss. I love that it's actually the set is now accurate, as this was actually on Kashyyyk, so it's actually a lot more accurate having Kashyyyk Scout Troopers and Commander Gree. I love the Walker, of course, the ATRT in that olive green color. Looks definitely very nice. And of course, it can fit into the tank, which is really good. And then, of course, a couple of droids, which isn't bad. In terms of the wheels, I actually like these wheels better than the last version, but I still like the 2005 version's wheels the best. So these wheels are definitely a lot better, as I said. Even though they're actually the same size as the 2005 Turbo Tank wheels, a little smaller than the 2010 one. But I definitely like the look of these wheels a lot better. I know these are actually used a lot in the castle theme for like catapults and all. So it's definitely looking good. So this has a great minifigure selection, has some great looks and features in terms of the exterior. And then we got the interior, which also people aren't too happy about. So let's go ahead and talk about that. The interior, first off, the whole front section just folds open. And it looks alright, I guess, as you see a better picture here. The middle section, you can fit the actual turbo tank. And I mean not the turbo tank, fit the ATRT, which is good. But in the previous one, they were able to fit a command center and the ATRT. Plus, the space doesn't look like it's enough to actually fit a lot of minifigures, even if you were to take out the tiles. And then there's a lot of Technic, which is good, but sometimes it can be bad too, as it kind of doesn't make the interior as much appealing. And now I said that they have the whole section come apart instead of having separate sections for the front and main compartment. And I mean that's pretty good. I think that's a cool idea, but it kind of makes it look as if it's a bit smaller. And then also you have those two pieces, the yellow ones for the actual tower. I'm pretty neutral about that. Some people said that they don't really like it because it kind of makes it look ugly, but I'm completely fine with that. Then the front section also you can open it up. And I don't know, I'm all right. So yeah, here's a better look. But the front, I mean, you could fit two figs. You have a steering wheel and a bit of control panel. So detailing in terms of there, I mean, it's simple, but all the turbo tank sets have had simple detailing for that section. So that's pretty much all right. But definitely the interior, I would have liked to make it a little bit larger. Um, but other than that, as we move over here, this is the back. Now this I'm not as pleased about for the reason because it's kind of simple. You just have a small like seat kind of thing, a small control panel, and a cup. I mean, even though some like the last Turbo Tank had a bit of a better interior in terms of the back. Now I like how they have this command center. Actually, what would have been really cool was they added a small little control panel tile in the back. That actually would have pretty much been a lot better. But that's definitely pretty good. That's not as good as I would have liked it. And now, actually, as we move back to, let's just go to the front piece here. You could see this is one thing the 2010 version did, which is if you see on the left, you have the left section. There's kind of cracks for in terms of the armor, like between the armor, at least especially in the front, there are actually cracks, and you can see that a lot better from a front view. And that they were actually able to fix in the 2010 one, and they didn't do that well of a job for this one. So definitely that's a bit disappointing, but it's not a huge flaw. So there you go. That's just a few thoughts on the Turbo Tank. So overall, I think it's a alright set. It's going to be a big draw definitely for the minifigures. The Turbo Tank itself, it's alright. I'll give it like a 5 or 6. I would have definitely preferred if they had maybe even made it larger and maybe even bumped the price up. But if they had made it as large as the previous ones, that would have been fine. Maybe done a bit of a better job on that interior. So it's a pretty ordinary set. Not terrible, but it's not the best either. So there you go. That's it for this video. Just thought I'd share this with you. So definitely tell me down in the comments. Do you guys like this set? Do you not? Price wise, I feel $110 for 900 pieces. That's again 20. It should be $90 for this set. So the price is a little high, but it's not terrible. Lately, Lego has been going over that 10 cents per piece ratio for many of the sets. But you know, I can kind of understand the wheels have big molds. Same with the fig. So you know, it might cost a little bit more. But the price, again, I would have liked at least 100, if not 90, would have been pretty much the best price. But there you go. Just thought I'd once again share my comments with you. Tell me down in the comments what you guys think of this set. What would you rate it? Are you gonna buy it? So there you go. That's pretty much it for this video. So thank you so much for watching. This is BrickWizard59, and I'll see you all next time.